Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a final edition Ram TRX. I know that I said that my last final edition review was going to be my final review, but when I saw this TRX with this color, I figured that, yeah, I kind of had to do a video on it. Not for you guys necessarily, but more for me, so that in like 20 years from now I can go back and watch this video, because I just think this truck looks so cool. Anyways, before we get in this video, a huge shout out and thank you to the Laird Spindler Dodge Ram here in Sandy for giving me some time with this TRX. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can see what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So powering this final edition TRX is a supercharged 6.2 liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 10 around town, 14 on the highway. Power outputs 702 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque. And I just realized that that color down there looks very, very similar to the exterior color on this TRX. Not exactly the same, but it's close. Now before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, let's talk about this paint color that made me want to do this review. It's called Harvest Sunrise, and it is a really cool copper paint. And then this also shows the decals that didn't really show up too well in my last review because the truck was gray, but you guys can see they contrast very nicely to this copper paint job. And then you've got the TRX lights here. We'll go to the other side so you guys don't have to look at my shadow. Always a cool thing. And then you got the marker lights there, obviously in the center of the hood vent. Got the Ram logo, which is hollow so that it can feed more airflow to that supercharged V8. Parking sensors there at the bottom. You got tow hooks, you got fog lights. It's got the normal TRX skid plate and everything underneath. But yeah, putting it all together, let me guys think about this color on the TRX, but I think it just really pops. It has a unique look and it's not too flashy and bright. And then around the side here, we've got 35s wrapped around 18-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear. If you're wondering, it's 325, 65, 18. And we've got the patina finish on the wheels. It's part of this final edition package. And then you guys can see the little marker light there. But yeah, big fender flares and big fenders as well with the fender vent. So there's a cool thing to see on the TRX. And then two-tone, I think the black is a nice contrast to this particular paint color. You can see that door handles go with that theme, Ram badge, you got the mirror cap, all of that. And then if we actually pop over to the rear, you can see we've got the active shocks, the Blackhawk shocks. And then here's your full side view with this final edition TRX. And you guys can probably see the TRX decal there on the side of the bed. Another cool thing. And then taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, tailgate drop down, remote start. We got the TRX logo there on the back as well. And then with these final edition trucks, it comes fully loaded. So you've got the LED bed lights, you've got the cargo sliders, you've got bed liner from the factory, all that. The only thing it doesn't have is the ram bar and the spare tire carrier. But anyways, lifting this up, super light. You can see blacked out there. And then you got all of the badges here on the back and crazy aggressive exhaust tips. If the camera will focus, we'll try this side. You can see a little bit better. But we do have a full-size spare underneath the truck if you're wondering. But putting it all together, again, let me guys think about the color, but I like it so much because when the sunlight hits it, it just has that beautiful metallic flake. But here in the shadow shot, you can see it just, again, it just looks like super smooth. It's a really cool color. Now taking a look at the door panel, you can see soft touch here at the top, and look at the carbon fiber trim, and then more really nice trim throughout. Speaker for the Harman Kardon sound system, and they got the off-road side steps, and then nice leather seats here on the TRX, perforated all down the center. Got the little Alcantara inserts there, and more storage underneath the seat. Got the ice buckets as well, and then it does have the recline seat function. These steps help out quite a bit with getting in. You still kind of have to step up, but not too bad. Legroom back here is great. Got little holders there, see more storage. And then I like that on the back of the seat. A lot of seats are just plastic on the back, so it's nice they cover everything up with this. And then more of the kind of weird carbon fiber weave. Heated and ventilated seats back here, USB ports, got full power outlet as well. And then headroom, it's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you can see again soft touch here, and then look at the trim down below, and more of the stitching. Got our memory seat function, speakers for the Harman Kardon sound system. The windows are automatic. You got your power folding mirror function, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and then 1,064 pounds of payload capacity. And then here's the front seat. Again, you got the patina finish there with the TRX logo, perforated all down the center portion, power adjustments on the side, and then got the fancier pedals. Pedal adjustment there, got your parking brake, light controls here. Steering wheel's manually adjustable. And then again, you got like the patina finish with the stitching, which is a cool kind of detail there. And that's also on the dash as well. You can kind of see that. Now starting with the steering wheel, got the Ram logo front and center, but you got more of that carbon fiber trim too. And you got Alcantara there as well. And I like the leather trim here, perforated. Paddle shifters there on the back. You got stuff like adaptive cruise control, radio controls on the back, controls here for the center stack. And then you have your turn signal, windshield wiper stock. And then we do have a full digital gauge cluster. This one has the speed timers. Only a TRX would have speed timers, which is so cool. And then I want to show you the different gauge views. So you've got the analog, and then you got the digital. And then you have the sport view, and then you got the Baja view. I think the sport view is probably the coolest, or the analog, frankly. Now I kind of already showed you the dash here, but you can see that trim continues, and then you got more of the like Alcantara there. But yeah, really nice trim all over. So we've got the 360 camera system here. You can see out of every single angle with the truck. Good resolution. It's nice because the TRX is a big truck. Analog climate controls, radio controls as well, and then notice we can add a bunch of auxiliary items here with this truck if you want. Got your trailer steering, trailer brake controls, and then as for the rest of the 12-inch display, it responds pretty quickly. You've got dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats, all the luxury stuff with this. And then if we press the TRX button, it'll pop up with the different drive modes here for both on-road and off-road use. When I owned my TRX, I had an auto most of the time. I used snow mode if I wanted to get better fuel economy. It's a little bit of a hack. And then obviously sport and Baja, depending on if you're having sporty driving or off-road driving. And then this pulls up that page. You can see the drive mode select there down below. And then we got off-road cruise control, stability control, and then your drive line select, and your axle lock there. Launch control, you can use that after 500 miles. And then you got some USB ports here, wireless phone charging pad. Shifter for the 8-speed automatic transmission, and again, look at that stitching. And then you can see the cup holders there. And then notice TRX here at the top. And yeah, good storage overall. And then I like the little measuring charts there still. And then you got carbon fiber there for the glove box lid, which is cool. More great storage. And then of course camera rear view mirror. It's a fully loaded TRX. Then we do have a panoramic sunroof as well. So here's a window sticker for this 2024 TRX Final Edition. Again, Harvest Sunrise. I don't know how rare this color is going to be, but I imagine there's probably not going to be a lot of TRXs with this color. And you know, frankly, the Final Edition is already limited. But anyways, total MSRP $125,265, and it's a lot of walking. Let's see how it drives. So let's quickly talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, and hopefully you can see the heads-up display. Both the mirrors do a blind spotting for the rest of the rear. And TRX away. So I know I already did a review on one of these, so we're not really gonna, we're gonna do a little bit of a different drive compared to before, I suppose. Actually, it'll be easier if I leave through the other driveway. Gonna test out this cool 360 camera system. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I literally am only doing this review because I'm here anyways reviewing other cars, and I love this color so much, and I just like, part of, you know, obviously this is how I make a living, is making these videos, but part of my channel is also I get to I get to have video memories of different cars that I've seen over the years, and this is just one that I want to have on the channel because I owned a TRX for a couple years. I love the truck. It's such a cool truck, and I think this is probably the coolest color on the TRX from the factory. I wish they would have done plum crazy purple in the TRX. That would have been so sweet. A purple TRX, think about that. But yeah, first off, the TRX, it's fast. That's just like 25% throttle. It's got over 700 horsepower. It's a race car, but it's also a truck. And it's super comfortable. You've got the Bilstein Blackhawk shocks. They're an active system just like we have with the Raptor, and between that and the long wheelbase of the truck, it's just very comfortable with the suspension. It's something that you can definitely daily drive, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, it's just a great vehicle. The only downside is just the fuel economy with daily driving. I daily drove mine for 2 years. I shouldn't say daily drove, because I drove other cars here and there, but you know, I put 15,000 miles on the truck, and it's expensive. I think my first year, because I drove it the most the first year, I spent like $5 grand in gas. That was back in 2021 when gas prices were, actually they were probably pretty close to what they are today now that I think about it, because the gas prices have kind of come down a little bit again. But regardless, yeah, this is a really cool truck. You know, I'm not going to make that, like, do I think the TRX is going to be worth something in the future? Yeah, it's a really cool vehicle. Supercharged V8 Baja truck. The only other truck that has ever been released that's like this is the Ford Raptor R. And you know, Mopar people are always going to want to go for the Mopar stuff. So you're always going to have a following for this truck. You know, is it an investment? I'm not going to say yes or no, right? I don't think vehicles in general are an investment, right? They're cars at the end of the day. They're meant to be driven and all of that. But, you know, in terms of rarity, this is a final edition and it's in the special color that's, again, I don't know how many of these are going to be built this way. They also have a, is that black? Or is that granite? That's granite crystal. They've got a granite crystal one as well as the final edition. If you want something that's a little bit more toned down, I think the blue one already sold. It was like that frostbite type color, which is really cool. But yeah, anyways, really cool truck, rare, special, fun. 125,000 bucks for the MSRP. It's definitely up there in price, but if you're a Mopar fan, well, you know the answer: Mopar or no car. And also, there's a spare tire carrier in the parking sensor image in the bed, but there's none on the truck. Ram should have just made that a standard option. I know not everyone likes it, but yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about the TRX.